But Shefty has the latest on one decision in Buffalo that I think is going to surprise a lot of people. Shefty, go.
Greeny, Buffalo Bills wide receiver Keon Coleman is inactive today, and he is inactive because he missed a team meeting on Friday morning. The team had been planning to play him today. He was supposed to be a part of the regular receiving rotation against the Buccaneers, but Keon Coleman did not show up for a team meeting on Friday morning, and thus the team is making him inactive. That means no Keon Coleman today. That means no Dalton Kincaid. He's got the hamstring injury and looks to be sidelined multiple weeks, and that will be two elements the Bills have to overcome in weather conditions that are very windy in Buffalo as well.
Wow. I mean, in a week where so much of the conversation has been about the lack of weapons that Josh Allen has at his disposal, that is a major blow. We've got Jeff Darlington covering for us in Buffalo. What more can you tell us about this, Jeff?
Well, that's exactly right, Greeny. This is just one more blow to an offense that's still sort of searching for its identity. You heard Schefter also mention Dalton Kincaid being out of this game. He is the leading touchdown catcher of this team and the leader when it comes to receiving yards per game. So that actually probably the bigger hit for this team. By the way, Khalil Shakir, another wide receiver, has been limited this week as well. And that is not even really the biggest storyline here, and that is the fact that James Cook last week against the Dolphins in that loss was only able to garner 53 yards on 13 carries. This team knows they have to get Cook going again. They live and die by that running game, and it just wasn't there against the Dolphins. Sean McDermott saying this week that he has to view that as a learning experience as they move forward. But the Bills are not the only team dealing with adversity. Also, the Buccaneers coming off a loss of their own in which they gave up 2 rushing touchdowns over 50 yards. And in that game, the day after on Monday, Todd Bowles having players stand up. He wanted them all to be accountable when it comes to that play. And by the way, things are now toppling over here on set, which brings me to my final point, and that is the wind here today. The feels like temperature here in Buffalo is 20 degrees. The wind is howling. I am cold. Yes, the temperature says 40 degrees. That is not real. The real feel, Greeny, is like 20 degrees, and it is cold, and it is going to impact this game.
So it's just an average day in Buffalo then, huh?
23 miles an hour. You see that?
Darlington is so
right
soft.
of your screen.
He's so soft.
It's always windy in Buffalo. It is always cold and windy in Buffalo.
Jeff is a guy from Florida, so the temperature hits a little different for him. But
Love you, Jeff, but you're soft.
Let's get serious and get back to the point here. Keon Coleman, this is a significant blow for an offense that already missing Dalton Kincaid. So now, Alex, you're Josh Allen. The world is already questioning whether you have enough guys to help you with. What does this mean for him today against a Todd Bowles defense?
Yeah, this supporting cast that Josh Allen has, especially on the outside, is really limited. And now Keon Coleman out. That will play big today. But the problem I have is, again, even how they used Keon Coleman when they did have him. Again, kind of throwing jump balls to him a few times a game. He really wasn't, kind of a big product of this offense. They do get Josh Palmer back today, so look for him to step into that role in some matchups. But for me, again, talking about that limited supporting cast, I really want to see them step on the gas with Josh Allen. I want to see more Josh Allen. Like today's a day with the weather. Let's get the QB run going, right? Let's move him. Let's incorporate him in the offense. I really feel like they haven't called his number a whole lot. And again, here as we approach the end of the year, this is a game against this Bucs defense. Like, they're stout up front. You're not just going to hand the ball off to James Cook all day and expect to run the ball. He's got to be a part of it.
I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, don't you try to work him in all week, too?
No, this is what I'm shocked about. Well, how big is this problem in Buffalo, okay? Because you're saying that a man missed a team meeting, but you completely take him out of the whole game from 4 quarters. Whatever happened to, hey, man, we're going to take you out the first series or maybe take you out the first quarter, maybe the first half. So there's bigger things going on in Buffalo. And the reason why I'm so confused about this Keon Coleman missing this whole game with just missing a meeting, not the whole day of Friday, just a meeting, is because you're talking about Josh Allen just throwing him up jump balls and just using his athletic ability. Rightfully so. They brought in some guys over the past week or two to try to open up this wide receiver core. It just can't be to what is that? Shakir. It can't be the dumps to Shakir. So, when I'm looking at Josh Allen and this Bills offense, Josh Allen, 4 interceptions in the red zone. That leads the National Football League. So Where's the outside weapons? Where's the outside productions going to come from? Was it Knox? No, Kincaid. I think he's hurt today, right?
Yep.
So I just think for me that this problem with a guy like Keon Coleman that you drafted, last year, moved up. I think it was a second-round pick.
Yes.
Something like that. So for a guy to miss a meeting and not the whole day, and now you're sitting him out the game, this problem is bigger. I just want to see in the red zone, he was a target to throw the jump ball to. You have 4 interceptions. Who's going to be the guy that worked the red zone for Josh Allen?
I love the fact that you talked about it right there. That's a tip of the iceberg. There's no way it's just an isolated case here. Is it with the individual or is there several more individuals? I don't know, but Mosh, you killed it, because no way, if it's just missing one meeting, all right, do you take this guy out? No chance. So there must be a bigger issue there, and that's a great point, Randy. Now, I want to talk about something else that you mentioned, all right? You talked about the red zone interceptions. This guy used to be, in my opinion,
you called him Superman,
the best red zone quarterback in the history of football. So what's going on here? I don't think it's just in the red zone. Look, last year, Josh Allen got sacked on 2.6% of his passes. 2.6. That's really good. He had 24 throwaways. This year, all right, 6.5% of the passes he's getting sacked. He only has 6 throwaways. That tells me he's trying to wait for guys to come open and taking more sacks than just throwing the dang ball away. All right? I don't think he has the
fantasy type decisions, important things we've just covered in the last few minutes. Keon Coleman not playing for the Bills today. Windy in Buffalo, windy in Pittsburgh. Make your decisions accordingly. In the meantime, in Buffalo, there is a tradition unlike
the Bills offense is looking for a bounce back in a big way today when they host the Bucs. After managing only 13 points in Week 10 against Miami, a paltry performance that caused Sean McDermott to publicly back his offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. And for Josh Allen, taking care of that football against the Todd Bowles defense will be a priority. In all 3 of Buffalo's losses this season, Allen has had multiple turnovers. Jeff Darlington is first on the field at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Bills have won 5 straight division titles, but they're looking up at the Patriots right now. JD, what's their point of emphasis going into this matchup today?
Well, Hannah, that's a great question, because we've got adversity on both sides here for the Bills and the Bucs, and that point of emphasis for the Bills will be getting James Cook going again in the run game. This is the NFL's leading rushing attack, but last week against the Dolphins, they hit a snag. Cook with just 53 yards on 13. McDermott saying that this is a learning experience, that they know that James Cook is sort of the leader of this offense, and they need to get him going once again. Dalton Kincaid, the tight end, will be out of this game, putting even more emphasis on that running game. Now for the Bucs, this is what makes it especially interesting. Todd Bowles really putting it to his players this week in team meetings, pointing out that they gave up too many big plays, the kind of big plays that James Cook wants in this game. 2 rushing touchdowns last week that they gave up of more than 50 yards. Bowles telling his players that that is not acceptable. So again, what makes this interesting is something has to give here. Cook trying to get back on track, the Bucs trying to stop those big plays. We will see which team comes out with the win and puts themselves in better position for the postseason.
Yeah, and the Bucs without Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin again. I just want to do a wellness check on you. Are you okay? Because now you're in cold weather.
No, I'm not. What do I have to do to say, like, come get me? It feels like 20 degrees out here.
Oh, the real feel of 20, because it says 40.
No, we don't talk about the actual temperature that's 40. We talk about the real feel that is 20. It feels like 20. If it feels